First question, Theo, number one on branding. What do you find an effective branding strategy, and also what do you do? Like, what's your role and what do you want to achieve with it?
Okay. So to start from what do I do? I'm a talent project manager, and basically I'm a project manager for Global Records in Romania, and what we do and what I do is actually being a manager for the artists and for the influencers, for their image basically, and to help them with their campaigns with different brands, with different companies. For example, if you have an artist like Travis Scott and they make a collaboration with Coca-Cola, I'm facilitating that collaboration between those two and trying to get what the client wants, get on the same page with what the artist wants, and deliver a product that both parties are happy with. In terms of Instagram Reels, in terms of TikTok, YouTube inserts, stuff like that. So product placements, advertising videos for the companies and for the brands.
So basically you do the most important stuff of branding, which is posting and putting both sides in a good image.
Exactly, and it's different from case to case. So for example, we can have the brand coming with an idea towards us, and then I have to discuss with the artist, with the talent, if they agree with the idea, if they have any adjustments that they want to do. In other cases, for example, when we work with Glow, we also come with ideas for the content and for the materials that they want to post. And yeah, it's basically the whole part of creative, the strategy, how to get the final product, how to come up with the ideas for that product. Also after that, when we post it, how we post it in order to get the engagement that we want and that the client wants.
That's very cool and insightful. I also think like the most powerful stuff, for example, when you're a brand, when you're like also like a firm company like Coca-Cola or other examples, also like as a person, you need both two to align in like a vertical, because you can make someone who eats McDonald's, for example, and make a collaboration with Burger King. That's competition. You need to find two stuff that align basically.
Exactly, because in the end, we also come with an idea. What we do at Global is that we have both parts where we propose the artist or the talent to a company. So for example, I have Alex Vela, right? And then I feel that his image is a good match with, I don't know, with Nike. Then I go and offer Nike, I come with the offer, with the pitch, to work with Alex Vela, for example. However, we also get other brands coming towards us like, hey, you have this person in your portfolio, I think it's an amazing match with what we do and what we believe in, and we'd like to work together. And then we try to find the perfect match in the end, because you cannot bring someone, for example, that, okay, is well known and it can sell, but I don't know, they don't necessarily show a healthy lifestyle. I cannot come and make an offer and promote protein powders or, I don't know, gym passes or subscriptions, right?
Yeah, that's cool, because for example, a brand may come to you who's like sportswear, and that person never did sports in their life, so you have to refuse it basically, because it's not aligned.
Exactly, and even though it doesn't necessarily sound good, but it's also the way you present yourself and you show yourself. So for example, it's not necessarily that you don't do sports. Maybe you do sports, but you don't necessarily look like someone that does those sports, you know? So
Exactly.
in the end, it has to reflect a bit of the reality, you know?
Yeah.
And back to what you asked me in the beginning. Actually, you told me, you asked me about what's the most efficient way to do branding, right?
Yeah.
I believe is to stick with what comes natural to you and what feels natural to you. So, for example, I'm thinking now in terms of promoting other brands or promoting other stuff, right? In that sense, I would feel that the most effective way to do it is to do it in a way that comes natural to you, that feels natural to you, and that the other people can perceive it natural coming from you. Because if I come here and promote you something that I don't believe in, that I don't use, that I don't really like, you're gonna feel it. The same goes if I like the product and if I use that product regularly, then you'll definitely gonna feel it in my tone of voice, in my actions and whatever.
Yeah, bro, it's an amazing answer, because what you said is basically brand fluidity. Like, how do you how the compatibility, basically, how is the brand compatible with what you offer? Because if you like it naturally, you'll talk differently, you'll talk confidently about it. When I say, yo, buy this, it's in my voice, you can hear it. But I don't know, if I'm not satisfied with those kind of bit, right?
I like them too. I also used to buy them a lot.
If I don't like them, I'll be like, yeah, you can buy it. Like, you'll feel it in my voice that I don't like it, so it will naturally not sell. Humans are very good at detecting like lies. That's how we survive. We detect lies. So if people see it, like, I'm very confident about it, and I talk, like, for example, I'm selling a course, let's say. I'm like, this course will change your life. You have to do it now. You feel the confidence. But if I say, yeah, this course, it's good, it will change your life, it's already like less good for the audience. Also, it's maybe less salesy, but it's still fake in the end, you know?
Exactly. It's the most important part when you want to do anything in life, and especially when you want to do sales, is to understand, because also in all of those movies, all of those podcasts, from Wolf of Wall Street to whoever is doing right now Sales Guru, to Alex Hormozy and so on, the main thing that they're saying is that, okay, do you want to buy this thing? No. Yeah. Okay, then if you don't want to buy it, I cannot actually make miracles and completely change your mind. It's exactly like this. Do you really want to sell this? If not, then don't try to overcomplicate yourself and try to make it work, because it's not really gonna work. What you can do is you can find a reason that can work in your mind and that can help you get to that state of mind of where you can actually understand the product and have a good reason to present it to other people and to sell it.
That's amazing, bro, what you said. It's because most of the people don't realize that the biggest salesman of a company is the people who really enjoy the product. Like, they know all the benefits because they are ecstatic to use the product. For example, I don't know, when I started smoking IQOS, I'm not promoting, by the way. When I started smoking IQOS, I was the biggest salesman, because I'm like, now you can smoke inside. You can go, I don't know, to a casino and smoke. You don't have to leave the table. You can stay inside, and now places allow it. You basically sell for the company. You don't need to be a fucking sales rep to do it. And if a guy of the sales rep is also a customer, that's the best way to handle both, because the sales rep actually knows. And also when the customer interacts with the sales rep, he'll be like, yeah, he's a user. You shouldn't put, for example, to IQOS or like a tobacco brand, someone who doesn't smoke, because they can be like, bro, I don't smoke, I don't know. But if they smoke it, they can recommend you like different products. Yeah, I like this because it's more with menthol. I like this because it's more like flavory, whatever.
If you have the two things, I like to say, the first one is, as you said, to know the product. Okay, maybe you don't love it, you're not over ecstatic about it, but at least know it from your heart, to know the product and know the benefits and everything that comes with it. So to have the knowledge about what you're selling. And second, to know and have the knowledge of the people you're trying to sell to. Because most of the time, as you said, it's not necessarily, you don't have to be the greatest sales rep, you don't have to be the guru in persuasive tactics. As long as you know the product and you understand what the other people want, because those are the best salespeople that every time when you meet a great salesman, you will see that they understand what the others needs are. They understand how they can communicate something to them, not necessarily in a salesy way, but how can they know how to deliver good news, bad news, and they understand what the other people needs to hear from them in order to create a bond with them.
Bro, you put it in the best way. And also, like, I know you have a lot of sales experience. You previously worked in sales. You did over 100K in sales. You were an amazing salesman. You were a manager. So this advice can really help the people who want to do sales or want to understand a bit of marketing, or even like they're posting on social media. If you understand the customer, for example, you sell, I don't know, anxiety relief. There's like a trending bear right now on TikTok, which helps you like decrease the anxiety that you have. If you understand like how anxious people behave, you can sell it in a way to them, like, and find a specific angle to make more money. For example, you can make it, my cousin was very anxious, and after I got him this bear, he sleeps well, because anxious people don't sleep well. So if you understand this about the anxious people and about the customer, you can become the greatest salesman. Not directly selling something for a company, but you can sell something for yourself. When you have a company, you need to be the biggest and the best sales rep in your company. If I sell, I don't know, this one's nose breed, I don't know what's their name, plasters or whatever, I need to really see the benefit. Like, it really helps me breathe. It really helps me become more concentrated because more oxygen comes to my brain.
So I think.
And the quick tip, besides that, you look cool. And the third thing is that if you wear this anywhere, you have a starting point for a conversation, because somebody's gonna ask you, what happened? What's wrong with you?
That's cool, bro.
Then you can say, I barely got out alive. You wouldn't believe it. I was in an accident. What? I fell the stairs when I saw you. Wow.
There was a bear attacking me. There's a big scratch. I killed the bear. Yeah. You know how many people ask me they ask me like, yo, what happened? Are you okay? I'm like, bro, it's just for the nose, like, chill. And they're like, do you fight? Do you do MMA? I say, I fight, but this is not from the MMA. I usually beat people when I do MMA.
I usually get out all clean, yeah, it's exactly like that.
Also, another question. What advice would you give someone who wants to sell their brand in a unique way? Like, what's a storytelling advice, and how you can storytell your brand in a way that stands out? Because people who start their brand usually don't have the brand strategy. They just start posting and they don't have this alignment. Okay, I'm gonna do these fundamentals. So what's the tip that you have to give them in order to make a brand stand out?
The tip is not, I don't have necessarily a tip in terms of do this or do that. It's a good question, because I feel a lot of brands, people are struggling with this. And what I feel is important, I think, is to reflect on, it's kind of the same with sales, but reflect on what activates the decision-making process in your head when you decide, okay, I'm gonna buy this. What activates that? So, for example, to exemplify a bit, if I go to, and right now I might be wrong with going into this, but let's go into the luxury brands, or let's go into the more popular brands, right? Because the most usual thing to do is get what makes a lot of success and try to do it in your own way. So if you go to Nike, if you go to Louis V, if you go to Gucci, if you go to Obsentum, buy perfumes, whatever, most of the time, besides the reputation of the brand, we can put that aside, most of the time it's the way it makes you feel. What awakens in yourself when you step foot into that store, regardless if it's online or offline store. Because you go to Nike, for example, to me, Nike always had a specific smell. I don't know if you felt it. Nike, Adidas, some stores, they have a certain smell, and it smells the same regardless of the country you are. If you're in Barcelona, if you're in Romania, if you're in Netherlands or in Italy, they all have the same smell. Then the music, it gives you a certain type of feeling. But what I want to get into it is that usually is how it makes you feel. So even with Apple, if you look at Apple, most of the time, even if you ask my girlfriend, even if you ask, I don't know, a girl that is very into the Instagram stuff, when they picture themselves of being an entrepreneur, grabbing a coffee and working on the terrace, they picture themselves doing that with what? With Starbucks next to them and with a MacBook on top of on their lap. Because it gives you that type of feeling of, okay, I'm breaking free, I'm not into the world of, I don't know, Dell or HP, where usually you put this, let's say, sticker that they go more with the corporate world, where you have to scan your ID when you check in and check out, and it gives you this type of feeling. So when it comes to branding, whatever you want to do and whatever you want to sell, I think it's very good to get into the storytelling part of how you can feel while using this product. Why do you have this experience when you use a certain product? Even if it's luxury the way you want to go, even if it's like super comfort, even if it's something very different and out of this world, and that you want everybody to be looking at that thing, I think it's important to understand where you want to go with it and how you can promote it in a way that, I don't know, if you want to make something super crazy, and for example, this hoodie, this is how I bought it, with holes and everything. The idea of this hoodie, I guarantee you, is not that I'm chilling on the terrace with my Starbucks coffee and with my MacBook. It doesn't give you this vibe, and you're not gonna picture yourself with this. But how I picture myself with it and how it was promoted is that, okay, it's a piece of style, piece of clothing that is very different, maybe unique in a way, and when you walk with it, a lot of people are gonna look at you and you're gonna attract the attention, and you have to have the attitude to match the stares you're gonna receive.
That's good, bro. So it's more like alpha jacket, like you're in the trenches, you fought like 3 wars, you know, we on the street, you have strength.
Yeah, to me, it's not necessarily like I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It's more like, and fashion is a big part of my life, and the idea is I can wear whatever the fuck I want to wear and whatever I want to wear that day, and I don't care how ugly you think you are, I don't care how bad you think it is, I'm gonna make it look cool because I'm gonna have the attitude to match it. You might laugh, you might say whatever, but when it's the same thing when you make a joke, right? We're always social creatures. If I put you in a room with 100 people and you make a terrible joke, but everyone really laughs at it, you're gonna be like, oh, you know what? Actually, it was an okay joke, was a cool joke. But if you make an amazing joke and nobody laughs and everybody looks at you like, hey, look at this dude, you're gonna feel like, maybe it's wrong, maybe it wasn't that good, you know? So to me, when you express that it was a good thing and it's a good thing I'm doing, I don't care what the rest thinks. And believe me, when you do this, maybe out of the 100, one, it's gonna say, you know what, I'm the same opinion as this guy. And then maybe another guy comes in, and another guy comes in. And you build a stronger team, support with those people that are gonna end up being more powerful than the original ones that doubted you.
Yeah, it's basically like, I don't know, it was a story, I don't remember where, but it was like the haters slowly become your fans, you know? Because when the haters see with so much confidence, first you have 100 haters and 0 fans. Then one hater is like, bro, that guy is cool. Then you get 2 fans, 88 haters.
That's true. And you know what was a very good one that I remember always is that the biggest fan and the biggest supporter is always a person that you don't know, and the biggest hater, it's always gonna be a person that you know.
Yeah. You know why? Because you remember of someone that they could have become and they don't do the work. Or they're jealous of you, you know, because maybe you shine better than them and they're like, oh, this guy is always in the light.
When you become great, you're gonna get hate. They hate us because they ain't us, you know?
And let's go. Yeah, bro, we have 6 more minutes from this episode. We're gonna wrap it up quick. And it was a pleasure talking to you, by the way. We always had fun conversation. I remember one time we were in Amsterdam. We took some sangria, I don't remember what we took, and we talked for like 4 or 5 hours about branding, marketing, and all the stuff.
Bro, it's always a pleasure to talk with you, bro. It's too bad we're far away now, but slowly but surely, you know.
We have to make an online, like real life episode, you know, next time we meet, sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We make some crazy challenges, you know.
Vloggers. I want to share like a cool strategy with the audience before wrapping it up. It's the Squid Game and what Netflix did with Squid Game. It was an amazing stuff. Also for the people who have like monthly recurring services, it's amazing stuff what Netflix did with Squid Game, and this is like the biggest strategy I ever saw recently for 2025.
Bro, you told me a bit about it, but I have no actual idea on how it works, so I would love to actually hear it as well.
So what did they do? First, they gave a free fight on Netflix. They give you like whatever, 1 day for a Jake Paul fight and whatever. Then they released Squid Game in late December when everyone was chilling and had time to watch it. Perfect time to release it when everyone is on the holiday. They have time to consume it in 1 day, 24 hours, whatever. Then the smart trick, they left suspense until the next subscription occurs. So you get 1 month extra. You have to wait for the release date. People were expecting like to be very quick, but it wasn't very quick. And they announced it in June 23 or something like that. So what does it do? It basically makes people stay 6 months extra, and their lifetime value of each customer increases by 6 months. Even the people who join Netflix just for the Squid Game, now they have to wait 6 months with the membership active in order to get the Squid Game. So if you have like a business and you want to like increase the lifetime value of your people that stay with you, if you have like a monthly subscription, just get them to wait and promise them like in 6 months. Or for example, you have an agency. I don't tell scam people, but like if your results really come in 6 months, then convince them to be like, yo, you see the results after 6 months. You have to stay with me with 6 months. Let's commit to this. And also they're gonna pay you more and you're gonna deliver a better service. That's what Netflix is doing. Maybe they have the series edited, maybe they're not. But for you to have this anticipation and to build up this tense within you, it's a great experience also for the viewer who has to wait, and they have to value that, because if you have to wait for something to evaluate, for example, for Lamborghini, we also talked about branding stuff. Lamborghini doesn't sell cars, they sell status. Rolex doesn't sell watches, they sell status. Apple, as you said, doesn't sell computers or phones, they sell entrepreneurship, they sell status, they sell like freedom.
Yeah, lifestyle.
So if you have something, it's good to tie an emotion to it basically. And for the Lambo, you have to wait 1 year. So that's why it's good. We have to wait for Squid Game 6 months, so it's good.
I want to ask you something on that because first of all, wow, and thank you for sharing that with me, with us. But I want to ask you something about the Squid Game strategy, because a lot of people might also think that, okay, but if I wait, they ask me to wait 6 months, I can, because I know myself and I know what I'm doing with different types of subscriptions, let's say. If it's something like this where I have to wait 6 months, I can be like, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna wait, I'm just gonna cancel my subscription, and when it's gonna be aired again, the season 2, I'm gonna find out because everybody's gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna make then another subscription for it.
So the question is like, how do you keep them for the people who want to skip?
Yeah.
If they create controversy around it, and if, for example, so many people didn't watch it and they see it on TikTok, for example, now in January, they don't watch it in December, they see it on TikTok. So if some people drop, they join new one because the controversy is so big and the brand polarity is so big that they have to watch it. So basically, they don't care if they lose some people, because the people who enjoyed it, what we talked in the beginning, will already sell it on social platforms and new people will join. And the ones who are gonna come then in December, in June, they're gonna come. And also the new ones who are convinced by the most popular fans will join also. So, okay, maybe they decrease 30%, but in the end they gain 130%. So I think also if you create controversy, if you offer like another Squid Game, like this is like Squid Game, but it's not, you pay influencer to do it for you, you know? I think you can still retain people. Some people are gonna drop, of course, but some new people will join. So I think the average order value of Netflix and average lifetime value of customers, it's bigger with this move.
No, for sure. For sure. And also, to me, it was a surprise because I thought they're gonna just release the whole thing. And then I saw, we have to wait again.
Yeah.
By the way, 2 minutes, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna tell you a cool story about a marketing idea that I thought was genius and it backfired very bad.
Oh, shit. And
so-
keep going because my camera is gonna end, so we end the episode with you. So go all in.
All in. I was in Amsterdam. The first Squid Game was live, so it was just they just released it. I think 1 week in, everybody was watching it like crazy. I remember I was staying back then at a hostel. That was my actual address. So everybody was crazy about it. Squid Game here, Squid Game there. What happened? One day I was coming from the gym, and the receptionist told me, "Hey Theo, come here. You have a letter." I'm like, "Okay, cool. I'm receiving letters from the government and all that in Amsterdam." But this one was strange as hell because it was a black envelope. On it, it was just my name and the address, and that's it. And I'm like, who dropped this off? And she was like, I don't know, the postman guy, like, nah. I'm like, okay, cool. I went back into my room. I'm like, okay, what the hell is this black envelope? I open it. Inside, there was nothing. It was just the card from Squid Game. The actual business card that they have it in cardboard. On the back, a phone number, need money, question mark. I looked at it, I was like, should I do it, should I don't? Like, but it looked 100% legit. I'm like, okay, cool, let's see what's going on. And guess what? I called the number and they're like, hello, you just called this number, meaning that you're in need for money. Something like similar to what was said in the movie. Thank you for calling us. On our website, name of the website, you can find jobs that are perfectly tailored for yourself. So basically that thing was just a promotion for a website where you can find jobs. Super smart idea. Then we have a website where you can check a phone number in Amsterdam and people can comment. Whose phone number is this? Is this an actual number? Is it a scam number? Whatever. I search up the phone number to see the reaction of people. Bro, let me tell you, out of let's say 100 comments, 98% of them were super negative. Why? Because to me, I thought amazing marketing idea, the site is gonna blow up. The problem was, a lot of people came in, I almost had a heart attack, what the fuck, this is not cool. My wife saw this and she thought I was gambling, things like this. But the biggest problem everybody had was that, and then I realized, I never even heard of this website. I never even was on the website. I never put my address down. I never put my name down. So everybody was like, where the fuck do you have my address from? And where the fuck do you have my name from? And that was a super big issue that they had. And honestly, I think the platform just died after that, just closed. Because also I checked the website after that and I realized that was my first time looking at that website. I never created an account, never put my address down, never put nothing down.
So basically they stole your data, they stole it from someone else.
Exactly.
Wow.
So you see sometimes amazing marketing ideas and marketing stunts can go good and they can go very bad. So be careful with the GDPR and everything like that.